Hello, Sue here again from Sue's Dog Broadmouth Kitchen, and it is 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday the 16th of April. So I hope you're all coping with the, the virus thing. You might want to go and, I'm just saying, you might want to just go and do a bit of research about stuff. Okay, so anyway, today I'm going to continue with my low carb recipes for breakfast. So I'm actually going to make these pancakes. If you have a waffle maker, you can make them into waffles, but I don't have a waffle maker, so I'm going to make pancakes. So these are low carb pancakes, and they're omega waffle stroke pancakes. Okay, so they're high in omega fatty acids. Okay, so we're going to be making this today with the ingredients in front of me, which I will now read out to you. And if you do want the ingredients and you want me to write them down, just leave a comment below and I will put the ingredients below. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so first of all, and this is out of my low carb book still that I really love, and first of all we need 40 grams, 1.5 ounces of ground flaxseed linseed. Right, I wanted to show you first of all what it actually looks like whole. So it's like these seeds, okay? So these are a mixed coloured seed. There's dark ones and light ones. You can get golden linseed or you can get the dark linseed or flaxseed. Again, Sue back again from Sue's Dog Broadmouth Kitchen. I just got disturbed. The postman came with a parcel for some pads, dog pads for the, because they see that as urgent. So they're for the little lambsy upstairs, so they're to keep his house clean. So that's why I had to stop and go and let the chickens out and take the dog for a walk and all of that while I stopped just then. Okay, so we're back on it again now. So here we go again. So let's start again, shall we, with the ingredients. So yes, I was telling you about the flaxseed. So in here is flaxseed stroke linseed, and these are multicoloured, so there's dark and light in here. And this is our little grinder that we've got, and it will grind the linseed because it's got to be ground up. So I have to use this. Okay, so I just use my special spoon. Notice there's some on the top there. Hold on, I just don't want to waste any of my linseed. It's stuck to the lid. Right, try again. Right, so that has actually ground it up. You want it ground up, not in So I've just gone from the linseeds to ground linseed, which is like a flour now. So there you have it. Okay, so that's ground up. Okay, all this is going to go in the blender, but obviously the blender wouldn't grind up the linseed, so you have to do it beforehand. And all these others I've ground roughly. So in here we have our walnut pieces, which I've ground up. But actually, I put walnuts in there, and then I mixed a few almonds and stuff. So you can put whatever you want in there. There's only I didn't quite have the right measurements with the walnuts that I had left that were open. So I just put in a sort of mixed, like this, you know, these mixed nuts type things with a couple of currants in there. Crunch cravings, fruit and nuts mix. I just put a little bit of that in to make up the number too. And the number that you need for that is 60 grams, 2 ounces. And then you want 50 grams of finely ground almonds. So in here I have the almonds. And I've also added some sultanas because I do not like artificial sweeteners. Okay? And this, because it's low carb, it calls for artificial sweeteners, and I don't like artificial sweeteners. I try not to use them, so I try and use natural sugars. So sultanas have natural sugar in them, so I'm using sultanas, going totally off track here. But I just do what I want at the end of the day. I don't follow the rules completely, okay? And then it says to use 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, which I have in here, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, sea salt, so I have my salt crystals here. And then, yeah, so that's that. And then it says 4 tablespoons of Splenda. Well, you can use Splenda if you like. I don't like artificial sweeteners, as I just said, so I won't be using any of that. And then 4 large eggs. So what I've got here is 3 large eggs and then 2 of my bantam eggs. So that makes 4 large eggs. And then you need, it says here to use 240 ml of unsweetened soya milk. I don't like soya either. You could use any other alternative milk that you want, but it does says unsweetened soya, but I'll just be using normal milk for that, so full fat normal milk, okay? And 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which I have in here, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then what we have to do, in a food processor or a blender, you're now going to combine the flaxseed, linseed, stroke, walnuts, ground almonds, cinnamon, salt and sweetener, and blend until the walnuts are finely ground. So this is the amount of sultanas I've got, which is probably about 2 ounces of sultanas for my sweetener. So I'm not putting Splenda in here, I've just put in 2 ounces of sultanas. So basically you're just putting all of the dry mixture in together. That's it really, you're putting all the dry mixture in together. And our flaxseed stroke linseed. And then salt. Oh, you're putting the cinnamon, the salt, cinnamon and the salt and the sugars, but obviously I'm using sultanas. I must have banged my hand. Got a massive bruise. Didn't even notice that. Literally only just noticed that. I must have banged it yesterday when I was outside in the garden. Right, so combine the ground flaxseed, linseed, walnuts, ground almonds, cinnamon, salt and sweetener. Blend until the walnuts are finely ground. Okay, so we're going to blend that until the walnuts, well I've actually ground the walnuts already, so we don't really need to do that. And in a large bowl, whisk the eggs. So if you have not crushed up the walnuts already yet, now's the time to do it in the blender, but I've already pre-done that, so I'm not going to do that. So I can just skip to the next stage. And also I'm going to use a bit of maple syrup to put on the top, because maple syrup is better for you. So I'm going to use maple syrup rather than, and this is called Buckwood Canadian maple syrup, 100% pure, and actually just comes out of the maple tree, okay? So I'm actually going to use that instead of artificial sweetener to pour over the top once they're done, okay? But we won't be putting any added sugar in there now, we're just using that few sultanas I put in there. That will do. Right, so in a large bowl you're going to whisk together the eggs and 120 ml or 4 fluid ounces of the milk. Can't really see on this thing, so we'll just put a bit in. So that much, yeah. I've got the sultanas in there. I've just decided I'm going to blend this mixture because I have those sultanas in there. So I will just blend it and I'll be back in a minute, okay? I'm just going to whisk together the eggs and the milk in the bowl. God, I can't see with the glasses on. They're only to read with. As soon as I try and do anything else, I feel like I've been drinking. And I assure you I haven't. So I'm just whisking together the eggs and the milk, some of the milk, not all of it. It doesn't say to use all the milk, so I'm not. And I'm just whisking this together. And it's basically going to tip that into there. The sultanas haven't blended, but I don't care. I'm just going to leave them whole in there. But the rest of it is all blended together now. So you can do this, just use the Splenda, okay? But I prefer fruit, or you could have, I could have ground up the sultanas, but it doesn't matter, okay? Just use any alternative sweetener that you prefer. You could use cocoa coconut sugar, but I don't have any of that at the moment. I might have to order some online with coconut sugar. You keep this back for when you're ready to make it. Okay, so don't put that. So we're just going to tip the mixture that we've made into here. Make sure you get it all out. You don't want to waste that. I'm just going to use this whisk to do that with. And then you're just going to let it set in the fridge. Okay? So I'm just putting that in like that. And you're going to let that set. So I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to put it in the fridge. So that's what it looks like, okay? It smells really nice actually. Well, it's starting to thicken already. And it will absorb that, most of that liquid actually. There, look, looks good, look. See that? So that's your walnut, flaxseed, linseed mixture. Right, so I'm just going to cover that up now. There's sultana there. I'm just going to cover that up now and put it in the fridge, and I'll be back once it's set. Okay, so I'll see you in a while. Bye. Hello again, Sue back here with the second part of making the waffle, the pancakes with our omega mixture with our linseed and stuff. So in here I've kept this in the fridge for an hour now, so I'm just mixing it again and the rest of the milk, okay, so, and then you've got to beat it well. So we're just putting that in now and beat it with the balloon whisk so that it can incorporate baking powder. So there we are. So I'm making savoury pancakes with just a few sultanas in, and the reason why is because we're going to have some bacon with it. Okay. I don't really want sausages because the sausages I have quite a lot of bread in, so I don't want to eat sausages. And we're trying to get low carb, so we don't want to eat sausages. So we're going to have this nice bacon that I have, which is smoked back bacon. There's a couple of sultanas in there, but it's not going to make it very sweet. So I've got a pan here, and I've just heated up some coconut oil in it, and then I tipped the coconut oil out again, so it's just greased the pan. Then I'm just going to put it on this heat, and I've got this small ladle here that I'm going to use for this. So you just treat this like any other batter now, like when you make you know, proper batter for pancake mixture. And just treat this exactly the same, okay? So now I've mixed it up, I'm just going to take 1 ladle spoonful and place it in our pan. And just treat it the same. If you've got a waffle maker, you can make this waffles, but I don't have one of those. I'm not very fond of waffles. Pancakes are good. Just keeping an eye on my bacon at the same time. And just place it there and let it cook for a minute. And then we'll turn it over, keeping an eye on our bacon at the same time. Which is done. Yummy, yummy. So this is smoked back bacon, 4 rashers. Okay, so we'll have 2 each. So that's now cooked, so we'll turn off the grill. I'll just place that under my heat lamp there while we continue making our pancakes. So let's see how this one's doing. Like white, so these aren't going to come out like a white colour, they're going to come out brown like that. That's not burnt, by the way, that's brown, because this is brown mixture, just so you know. So what you're going to do is just continuously use your mixture until it's all gone, or however many you want. I'll probably make all of this, and I'll come back in a minute when they're all done. Okay, see you in a minute. Hello, Sue here again from Sue's Dog Broadmouth Kitchen. I just wanted to show you the finished result of my pancakes made with flaxseed flour and walnuts and the one I've read out to you already, and eggs. And they've made really good pancakes, as you can see here. They're quite brown because the flaxseed and everything comes out really dark actually. And I put some bacon and some maple syrup on the top of them, and we're going to have these for our lunch, okay? So you can have these for breakfast, but we're having them for our lunch. So there you are. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you try some low carb cooking because it's really good, and it's good for your figure. I'm trying to lose some weight right now, and so is my partner. We do fasting, but we also are going to do low carb. We done a low carb eating when we was in Sweden, and we lost a lot of weight between us. So we're going to carry on doing low carb, and so which basically means cutting out the starches and the sugars, which what carbohydrates are. So, and where I'm replacing any sugar is with natural sugars, not but very minimal amount of sugar. So you really want to get away from sugar. So no crisps, no sweets, no, apart from the desserts that I'm going to make, and some really nice walnuts with sesames, and you coat them in maple syrup, and they're really lovely. I will show you how to make those another day, and also I will show you how to make dips and stuff for snacking on, so that you don't go and reach for a packet of crisps or packet of sweets or something like that, because obviously, you know, you still, like my partner works from home now, so he gets the nibbles on because he works on a computer all the time, so he gets quite nibbly. So later on this afternoon I will make him some dips, and I'll do a little video for that so you can see the dips that I'm going to make him, the snacks that I'm going to make him, so that he doesn't eat crisps and stuff, which we still have in the cupboard from the other day, but we're not going to eat those. We're going to eat the things that I make. Okay then, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want the recipe for this, for these pancakes that I've just made with the flaxseed flour that I made, please just comment below and I will put the ingredients up for you, okay? So, so please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and please tell your family and friends about my channel, and please keep watching my videos, and if you like them, please subscribe, okay? So thank you for watching today, so see you again soon, bye for now.